Let's get this man on. Peter Wesley, hip hop artist out of Louisville, Kentucky, with me right now. What's good, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being on the show. Truly appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks even for asking me to be part of this.
Absolutely, man. I live in Lexington. I listen to variety of music, hip hop especially. I know a lot was going on in Lexington hip hop scene, and as of 2017, I'm getting familiar with what's going on in the Louisville side. And artists like yourself and Don B and Jans and Sasha with Mill, list goes on and on. I interviewed all of them, and they all y'all great, all y'all dope for real. So shout out to Louisville on
Uh, Thank you, man. The local scene's pretty nice, man. So, like the artists you mentioned, I'm a great. I'm actually here at a show with Don B. He had his part of his set later on the night. So yeah, it's a really nice scene.
Yo, tell Don I said what up, man. So that's pretty cool. Um, Talk a little bit about yourself. What made you decide to be a hip hop artist?
Oh man, my name is Peter Wesley. I've been from Louisville, born and raised. Um, you know what? It's being a kid. I think I used to just listen to radio, watching MTV and things like that. It's like, oh man, I want to be that. And I think at first I wanted to be maybe like a pop star, but I realized I can't really dance. And I'm not a good singer. And then, but like years went on, and started falling in love with rap, and it was like, yeah, that's definitely for me.
So who are your hip hop influences?
Um, I say my two biggest would be probably Eminem and Lupe Fiasco. They're totally different, but I take influence for both of them from uh, different reasons. That's my two biggest. But also, I'd say growing up, maybe Luda, Lloyd Banks from Unit. Um, a lot of people, man. Usually people I'm fans of. Like I take little things from them, and well, not necessarily take things, but get inspiration from them.
That's quite the variety of artists, man, and I like people take what they hear from other artists and put their own spin to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like Lloyd Banks. He's truly underrated. I know people love him for the punchline and the mixtapes and freestyles, but I think he was dope back then. People say he was the dope artist out there, the best lyricist out of G Unit, and I echo that. I like Lloyd Banks. And speaking of Eminem, you mentioned him. He released his album yesterday called Revival, and there's been a lot of mixed reactions to it. Have you heard the album yet? And if so, what was your take on it?
Yes, I have heard it. And I understand the mixed reactions. It's he's at a different stage. It's not just in his career, but in his life. I think he's just trying to find himself. Biggest problem is probably the beat selection, and maybe and what he has an ear for is different than what most of the public is. Like it seems like he's kind of gravitating towards like some pop beats now, which is different from what he came up with, especially with Dr. Dre and producers he had early in his career. It's a different sound, but writing wise, I think he's still phenomenal. Throughout the whole album, I thought lyricism was great.
I thought about that. I've heard the album myself, and I would have to agree with the criticism with the production side of things. But there were some beats I like better than others. And I guess it's kind of
Yeah.
a continuation of Marshall Mathers LP2 with some of the rock inspired beats or whatever.
Yeah, and he works a lot with Rick Rubin these days, and so I don't know if he's trying to get some Beastie Boys type sound. I really don't know. But I mean, if that's what he wants, who am I to say anything? But a lot of people aren't big fans of that. Not in 2017 anyway.
Yeah, I understand, but I guess if people were expecting like Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers One, and Eminem Show, you're not gonna get that on this album. Like you said, he's in a different stage in his life,
Yeah,
and
I honestly, like he used to say, is a character was, an angry guy. I don't think he's mad. I think he's.
nah, I mean, his legacy is good as far as I'm concerned. Now, Revival may be his lowest selling album of his career, but he's never been the one to brag about his album sales or success. He just wanted to be respected, like an MC, and I've earned that respect, regardless of how Revival does sell wise, and he's in a stage of his life. I don't think he's got nothing to be angry about. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he's mad about anything in that. A lot of the album he spent, apologizing to people that he did say things about when he was angry. So I think he's definitely in a totally different place.
Yeah, he don't apologize to his mom. He don't apologize to Kim. He apologized to Haley.
Yeah.
That's and he's not beefing with nobody. So it's like, and as far as some of the content, he's talking about what's going on in his country, in his world. I'm cool with that. Him and his view or whatever. So, I like his lyricism is still there. The beat selection, I'm a bit iffy on. But maybe,
yeah,
maybe if I listen to a couple of times, and maybe it'll grow on me, but not right now. Yeah.
One of my favorite beats on there is a song. I think it's the second song called "Believe,"
Yeah.
and I believe he made that beat. So I don't understand why he didn't make most of his beats on that, because that was definitely the other stuff.
Yeah, usually it's like early in his career, it's just him and Dr. Dre doing the beats. And now, ever since Recovery, which I thought that was an amazing album, he's listened to more producers. So, I guess it is. I want to talk about the song you did, Nightmare. I played that song earlier. I dug that record. What was it like recording Nightmare? Peter, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We kind of went in and out.
Yeah. Okay, so I heard Nightmare. I played it on a show earlier. I dug the record. What was it like recording that song? What's it all about?
Well, I recorded that during October, and I heard it, and I was like, I want to do something, Halloween-ish. I didn't want to make it too gimmicky because I didn't want it to be a song that just got old after that. But I kind of went with like a theme, like a spin on it from like Freddy Krueger, attacking people when they sleep. But I wanted to talk about it as if people sleeping on me as a rapper. Just kind of, put that spin on it, and I just ran with that and had fun with it.
So, in hip-hop, people be very competitive. Be the best and everything. People got their own agendas, if you will. You being an artist trying to get yourself how do you feel about the scene as far as support towards one another?
As far as it goes, it's nice. There's a lot of people that do want that, and I'm one of those people. I want to be the best. Every show I do, I want to be the best. And to know there's a lot of people that want that same thing. It's great. It's nothing, personal thing. It's a competition, and it's the best out of everyone. Just like the people you name, like Sasha Renee, Romel, Jans, Dom. All these people are great, and a lot of people, we do shows together often, and and we're all trying to have that best set that the people are thinking about, like who's that guy? I want to hear more of him, and that's what that's what I live for.
And I get it, man. Hip hop is like the most competitive genre ever. you're not gonna hear pop singers trying to outsing one another. Unless American Idol or The Voice. But if you're on a
Right.
but other than that, it's not like you're gonna hear Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera try to outsing one another. Me personally, I'm a Christina fan, but that's a whole different subject. What do you have in store?
No, you're not.
Yeah, so hip hop is competitive, but at least there's support towards it and less beef and drama. But there will be some knuckleheads that try to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it happens time from time. But it just as long as overall they're positive, that's the best you can hope for.
So, what do you have in store for the remainder of this year, and what you got coming up in 2018 that people need to keep an eye
on? For Maine this year, I'm probably gonna do a few shows. I might release a new song or two. I don't know. I'm working on a project. It's called First Edition Charizard. It should be coming out in 2018. Me and Don B actually are working on a project together. That's coming out sometime in the beginning of the year. Just adding finishing touches on that.
Yeah, I hear the song that you and Don did recently, and that was a dope record too. That's how I first heard of you. I gotta hear this Peter.
Oh yes, that is Increasing Wealth. Me, Dom, and that beat's made by a lady named Kay Dweller. We have all that's the coming out at the beginning of the year. We all three working on that together. It's going to be really dope.
Oh yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing from you both as well. One more question before I let you go. Go promote your social media links, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and where can people hear your songs and purchase your music as well?
Best place probably SoundCloud, and as far as Facebook, Twitter, and SoundCloud, all of them is Peter Wesley 22. So Facebook.com/Peter Wesley 22, along with SoundCloud and Twitter, and Instagram as well.
It was great having you on the show, and you are officially my last interview guest of 2017.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored. I know you interviewed Whip earlier. He's a good guy, and he's talented as well.
Yes, yeah, and I think we mentioned you in the conversation. So shout out to Whip, man, very dope guy.
Yeah, shout out to Whip.
But thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell Don B I said what up, man, and continued success. And I look forward to hearing more from you in 2018, man. You have a good night. Happy holidays to you too.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you as well.
All right, bye-bye.